The story starts with Becky Connor and her husband, Dan, going on a mountain climb with Becky's best friend, Hunter. During the climb, Dan gets startled by a bat, loses his balance, and falls to his death. 1 year later, Becky still hasn't moved on from her husband's death. Since losing him, she has been drinking almost every day to ease the pain. After leaving a bar, she finds her father, James Connor, waiting for her. Worried about her, he begs Becky to stop hurting herself and move on with her life, but Becky refuses to listen, saying she still can't let go of her husband's death. After returning to her apartment, she decides to end her life by taking a lot of pills. But before she can take them, her best friend, Hunter, suddenly calls and comes over to see her.
Hi!
Hey.
While they are talking, Hunter tells Becky about her plan to climb a 2,000-foot-tall television broadcasting tower. She wants Becky to come with her and scatter Dan's ashes once they reach the top. At first, Becky hesitates because she has lost all interest in climbing since Dan's death. But the next morning, Hunter is surprised when Becky finally agrees to climb the tower with her, and the two of them begin their journey. As night falls, they stop at a diner to rest and eat. While they are waiting for their food, Hunter asks the waitress where they can find the B67 TV tower because they can't find it on the map. The waitress tells them they don't need a map and points to a red light outside. Becky looks in that direction and is shocked by how tall the tower is. The next morning, they continue their journey to the B67 TV tower. When they arrive, Becky suddenly loses her courage and says she can't do it. Hunter encourages her not to give up, and after some convincing, the two of them begin climbing the tower. As they climb, Becky nearly falls after a rusty part of the ladder suddenly breaks beneath her hand. The old metal is too weak to hold her weight. Even though she is terrified, Hunter encourages her to keep going. As they get close to the top, Hunter playfully shakes the ladder to tease Becky. But they don't realize that the old screws start coming loose. After finally reaching the top, they get excited and quickly take out their phones to take pictures together. Hunter then flies her drone to record them from a better angle. She even gives the controller to Becky while she hangs over the edge of the tower. After that, Hunter tells Becky to try it too. Even though Becky is very scared, she finally agrees. Becky has one last thing to do. She takes out Dan's ashes, which she has kept for the past year, and scatters them from the top of the tower, just as they had planned. A moment later, Becky notices that Hunter is quietly crying. When Becky asks if she's okay, Hunter says she didn't expect seeing Dan's ashes to make her so emotional. Once everything is done, Becky starts climbing down the ladder. A few moments later, the ladder suddenly breaks, and they almost fall. Luckily, Hunter manages to hold on, preventing both of them from falling. With Hunter's help, Becky climbs back to the top. They are still nervous, but they laugh about what just happened. Their laughter doesn't last long when they realize the ladder is gone, leaving them with no way to climb down. They become even more worried after discovering that there is no signal at the top of the tower, so they can't call for help. Luckily, they find an emergency box containing a monocular and a flare gun. A little later, Hunter uses the monocular and is surprised to spot a vehicle in the distance. Becky takes the monocular to get a closer look, but she realizes that the vehicle has been abandoned. While checking her phone, Hunter notices that the photo she posted earlier received several likes when they were still lower on the tower. This gives them an idea that there might be a signal below. Hunter quickly posts a message asking for help on Instagram. They then lower her phone with a rope, hoping it will catch a signal and upload the post. After waiting for a while, nothing happens, so they realize the phone still isn't low enough. Hunter decides to hang below the platform while holding the rope to lower the phone even farther. Even after taking the risk, the phone still can't get a signal. Becky then comes up with another idea. They wrap Hunter's phone in a sock and Hunter's push-up bra to protect it from breaking, then drop it to the ground, hoping the phone will get a signal and upload her post asking for help. But Becky's plan fails. Hunter uses the monocular again and is excited when she spots a man walking with his dog, and they both start shouting for help. Unfortunately, the man is talking on his phone and can't hear them because they are too high up. Becky then throws one of her shoes, hoping to get his attention, but it doesn't work. She throws her other shoe as well. The man notices the shoes, but he still doesn't realize that Becky and Hunter are trapped at the top of the tower. As evening comes, Hunter notices that the vehicle they thought was abandoned actually has people inside. She quickly tells Becky to fire the flare gun so they can get their attention, and the two are excited when the men finally notice them. But instead of helping, the men steal Hunter's SUV and drive away. With no one left to help them, Becky and Hunter can only accept their situation. Later that night, they try to get some sleep, but Hunter almost falls from the top of the tower. Luckily, Becky grabs her just in time. After calming down, Becky notices the number 143 tattooed on Hunter's foot. She says those are the same numbers Dan always used to say to her. With nothing left to hide, Hunter admits that she and Dan were in a secret relationship. The next morning, things become awkward between them. Even so, Becky asks Hunter about her relationship with Dan. Hunter apologizes and admits that she truly fell in love with him. However, after Becky and Dan got married, she decided to end their secret relationship because she felt guilty and valued her friendship with Becky more. A short time later, Becky's phone alarm suddenly rings. reminding them that they have been trapped at the top of the tower for 24 hours. At that moment, they realize that no one is coming to save them. Becky then wishes they still had the drone with them. However, the drone is inside their bag, which fell onto a satellite dish below. Wanting to make up for what she had done, Hunter volunteers to get the bag herself. She carefully climbs down, but she still can't reach it. With no other choice, Hunter unclips herself from the rope and swings toward the satellite dish. She lands safely and retrieves the bag. However, she soon realizes that she can't reach the rope to climb back. Thinking quickly, she takes the selfie stick from the bag and hooks it onto the rope with the bag still attached. Hunter then jumps and grabs the bag, while Becky pulls her back up. Just as Hunter is about to reach the top, she suddenly loses her grip and falls. Becky bursts into tears, thinking Hunter is gone. But when she looks down, she sees that Hunter is still holding on to the rope. However, Hunter's hands are badly injured, making it impossible for her to climb on her own. Becky uses all her strength to pull Hunter back to the top, and she finally succeeds. Exhausted and thirsty, Becky quickly drinks the water from the bag. The two then write a note asking for help and attach it to the drone. However, only a few moments after it takes off, the drone's battery starts running low, so they quickly bring it back before it dies. Later that night, Becky notices the red warning light on the tower and comes up with an idea. She realizes they can use it to charge the drone. Hunter is impressed by her idea. The next morning, Becky climbs up to the red warning light to charge the drone. While waiting for it to charge, a vulture notices the wound on her leg and suddenly attacks her. During the struggle, Becky accidentally drops her bag. Even so, she manages to hold on tightly, avoiding a deadly fall while making sure not to let go of the drone. Once the drone is fully charged, they attach their note asking for help before finally flying the drone. They are happy when they spot a diner and decide to land the drone there. Unfortunately, as the drone gets close to the diner, a passing truck accidentally crashes into it, destroying the drone. After that, they lose all hope and sit there in silence. A few moments later, Becky asks Hunter for her shoe so she can throw it, hoping someone will finally notice them. But Hunter refuses. That's when Becky finally realizes the truth. Hunter had actually died when she fell while carrying the bag back to the top. Becky then realizes that she has been imagining Hunter beside her the whole time, believing that she was still alive. A few moments later, Becky remembers her father and realizes how much he truly loves her. Believing she has no chance of surviving, she records a final video to say goodbye and apologize to him. Meanwhile, her father becomes more and more worried. The next morning, Becky is suddenly awakened when a vulture starts pecking at the wound on her leg. Using the little strength she has left, she manages to kill the vulture. With nothing else to eat, she is forced to eat it raw, giving her enough strength to keep going. With no other choice, Becky decides to risk her life. Holding onto the rope, she carefully climbs down to the satellite dish, where Hunter's body and her shoe are lying. After reaching the satellite dish, Becky sends a text message to her father before placing her phone inside Hunter's shoe, places the shoe inside the hole in her stomach, and drops it to the ground. After a while, Becky's father rushes to the B-67 TV tower. When he arrives, he sees police officers and paramedics surrounding the area. He notices the paramedics covering a body and immediately thinks it is Becky. As he looks to the side, Becky runs toward him in tears, and they are finally reunited.